my original line because I've scored that or marked it with my all. Okay. I'm going to add 5 millimeters here. So that's our allowance on that piece. Okay, just so you can see, so this is our 5 millimeters, 20, 5, 7. Okay, now this piece, let's go ahead and cut our windows out of here. Okay, great. Oh, one more. All right, so once we have all those pieces cut out here, this piece is going to connect here to bring us right up to the outside line, and then we're going to have our pocket that's going to connect here. So you can notice on this piece, the pocket does not have any allowance on it because we've added allowance to this piece that we've just created, so the pocket can sit here, okay? Right inside of that allowance. All right. All right, so this is our lining piece that we traced through. Our piece sits there. We can check it by flipping it over, fold it on the half, flip it over. All right, and you'll see that this lines up. Okay, I said one thing that you're gonna have to go back and add. Maybe not, maybe not. 1 second, let me double check. Yes, I said one thing that was not correct. So we added 5 millimeters here. We do not have 5 millimeters here on this side. So we're gonna need to add 5 millimeters here. So again, you can do it by adding the tape, like I showed you before. Or when you have little pieces like this, it's also really easy just to get a scrap piece of cardstock, put it there in the back. And then can cut the edges off of this just so it's a bit more square. Get rid of those little edge pieces, okay, and cut a few smaller strips that we can use. Okay, so we are going to be adding the 5 millimeters to that side as well. And I'm eyeballing 5 millimeters, but you should measure it out. Make sure everything lines up for you. Going to extend that piece, and this is our +5, Okay, go ahead and cut that out. Great. So now our lining is here. You would cut windows along this section so you can transfer it over. Once you cut those windows out, you have that. You have this lining piece. This fits together so that they overlap. And then you have your piece here that fits this way. I'll just tape it on so you can see it laid out. And this is going to complete the first part of our lining. The second part of our lining is obviously going to be our heel pocket. That's going to complete that piece of lining, so that when you make your heel pocket, you just flip this whole thing and you'll attach this just like you did with the ballet flat lining, and that will make your complete pump lining. At this point, I think you know how to make the pocket, but I'll just review it with you really quickly. Okay, in order to make the pocket, we can use our master pattern or use our pattern with allowance that we have here. And what we're going to do is keep our allowance here, keep our allowance on the bottom. We're going to get rid of our allowance that's here in the back. Okay, this is our 20. Okay, so you can see that this piece fits right inside of here. There's no extra room here, so it fits right inside the pattern, but I do not have the allowance here. I do have it here. I do have it here. Okay, so, and important again on this heel pocket, we're not going to add allowance here, because what we did here, we added our 5 millimeters to the edge here, so the pocket will sit there right underneath that. All right, so once you have this piece, trace that through. Okay, so again, I'm just using this piece. I'm keeping what's on the top, marking my line where the pocket's going to start, keeping my bottom allowance, keeping my top allowance. I'm getting rid of my allowance in the back. Okay, I'm just going to draw it in so you can see me actually cut it off there. And I'm not adding anything here on this side. So if you want to just kind of sketch that line in, okay, we're going to cut this off. Take our ruler, here, we'll cut that off. We'll cut off what we have in the back. Okay, keeping what we have on the top and on the bottom. I'll just write it so you're not confused. This is our 20, this is our 7. Okay, we're gonna take this piece, give ourselves another piece of cardstock, and I'll show you how to make the pocket again.